What important truths do very few people agree with you on regarding the potential advantages of being an entrepreneur mindset within a large, I'll call it large, established company like MongoDB?
One thing is there is this common rhetoric that you have to quit your job, your 9 to 5, to be successful as an entrepreneur. That is not true anymore. And within MongoDB is even less true, because one thing you have to notice, or people that are listening, is your career can go hand in hand with your entrepreneurial journey. And I mean, your professional career can go hand in hand with your entrepreneurial journey. And you can actually learn a lot from people within this large corporate companies. Essentially, within MongoDB, what I've learned is to be obsessed. And I mean, overly obsessed about people that are using your product. And if we relate that to my title as a developer advocate, my products, notebooks or GitHub repositories or videos or even this podcast, and being overly obsessed, what MongoDB has taught me is to think about who is on the receiving end and how they're feeling, what they're thinking about when they're consuming your content or using your product. So that is something that you may not learn on your own. MongoDB truly is a customer-obsessed company, and the best people, entrepreneurs or CEOs, are very obsessed about their customers.
So do you think the skills that are required to be a successful entrepreneur within a large corporation, what are they different? Like in a startup, obviously we're very, very different, lean and honest and flowing on intuition. What sort of skills are involved in day-to-day that really help you thrive in this environment?
Now, one important skill is to be able to be both forward-thinking and also be experimental and move with urgency, basically. So AI moves at the speed of innovation. There are models being released every single week, or embedded models, or large language models, or tools. It's my job to be able to understand where the field is going at least 6 months in advance. And I'm able to then take that forward thinking and implement it within the strategies that we use to create, that we follow when we're creating content. So for example, very earlier on this year, we were able to notice that agents are becoming more reliable and more predictable, and more people are building them and learning about them. So we started to put a strategy together to help understand how, one, memory fits into agent, then how MongoDB can empower our customers or developers learn and use these agentic systems that will be coming out later on this year. So right now we have a team working on content, working on GitHub repositories and showing up in the places that matters for our customers, our developers, to help understand this agentic system and how MongoDB plays within this agentic system we want to build an agent for. So these are things that we have to think about. And when you come into a corporate company, you can still be an entrepreneur. You can still act like a startup, especially if you're within AI. You have to move fast. You have to be able to learn very quickly. You have to be able to fail, and you're allowed to fail, which is the most important thing. But the key thing is learning from those failures and using your learners to inform your next action. And there is a lot of experimentation, I'll tell you. But you're allowed to have fun as well.